Yo, what is up, guys? KosherTech here. So today we got a converter review. Now this is for all your RGB gangsters out there who want to convert their 5 volt to 12 volt. Let's go. All right, so guys, so as I mentioned, this is your RGB converter. Now this is a 5 volt to a 12 volt converter, which also means this is a 3-pin to a 4-pin converter. Now shout out to all my comments and shout out to my Discord server. A lot of people have been making a request to make this video, so Kosher said, why not? So anyways, this is from DeepCool. You cop this on Amazon for $15, $14.99 to be exact. I'll have the link in the description below. But anyways, what does this basically work with? As you guys see on the box, is Aura Sync, your Gigabyte RGB Fusion, your MSI Mystic Light. So if you're that individual such as myself, if you have a Mobo, in your Mobo you only get a 4-pin, excuse me. If you have a 4-pin RGB header, you're like, listen, I can't use with any of these software, so this is your answer right here. This is the converter to convert that from your 3-pin to your 5 volt to your 12 volt connector. So anyways, let's check out all different specs here listed in the box. As you guys see it right there, RGB converter. This doesn't even have DeepCool branding, but I copped this on Amazon. It said it was DeepCool. I hope this does not require. All right, so now let's finally open up the box. What do we get? We get an RGB converter. I get a quick starting guide. All right, basically self-explanatory. Breaks everything down for you guys. Very nice, very nice, very nice to see that they give you this. All right, let's check it out. Let's see how it is. Wow, okay, it's very, very, very small, guys. Holy shit. I didn't expect it to be this small, to be honest with you. Okay, so it comes with your SATA cable. This is for basically the hub. This connects into the hub for power as well. This power cable. This is your adhesive over here. This is the converter. What else we got? I think that's it. All right, so that's it. So that's basically what we get. All right, so let's check it out. All right, so this is the converter. Very, very, very small. Everything is labeled here. This is says here 5 volt. This is for your 12 volt RGB. All right, this is how you convert it. It has warning. Please pay attention to connectors, etc., etc. Don't be no idiot out there and bust it out. But anyways, damn, this thing is like really hard. Oh shit. Like, this is peel struggles now too, man. Come on. Alright, so I managed to finally peel everything away. I think now we finally got it working. Alright, so the power is gonna be, I wish it said, alright, so it's not labeled power, but I see that it might go in like this. This goes in like that. So we get it going. This is for the power. The SATA is to juice it up. Now this, alright, so we're gonna run through it together, guys. I'm gonna show you how to install, but I'm just like looking at it right now. I didn't have a chance to install it. Sorry, this is SATA power. This is gonna go into your 12. This is gonna go into your 12 volt over here. This 4-pin connector. So like I said, if you have a 4-pin RGB connector, this 4-pin is gonna go into there, and I believe we're gonna convert the signal, if I'm not mistaken, from one or the other. But anyways, let me throw this into my test bench. And let's get everything installed. But just to give you guys a heads up, this is very, very small. Look at this. Look at the size one more time. Very, very, very small. We have a bunch of connectors here. We have your 3-pin. What is this GDV connector? I gotta see what this is for. This is your 3-pin over here connector. This is for a 3-pin as well. This is for a 4-pin. All right, I gotta run through this. I gotta connect everything, but very small, very nice hub, very nice converter. But anyways, let's go. All right, guys. So I have everything connected now. Just quickly, I'm gonna demo basically this the converter with the that Tesseract, the entities fans, which I am gonna review them. The review is gonna come for these. Just in the sake of this video, I'm using them because they are ARGB compatible. So all right, so we have the converter box over here. Again, very small, very nice. I wish it also came in white. Would have been better, you know, also to pick it up in the camera, but that's here nor there. All right, so we have our 12 volt connectors over here and our 5 volt connectors over here. Now, since this motherboard, the Crosshair 6 motherboard, is a 12 volt 4 12 volt 4-pin, that's a whole mouthful, 12 volt 4-pin connector, I'm going to use it for the 5 volt. So we're going to convert the signal, right? So we're going to take this over here, right? The 3-pin 5 volt connector, we are going to plug it into here where it says 5 volt. I mean, basically it's very simple. 3 goes into 3. If you had 4, you would have put it into this right over here. So if you had the opposite problem, if your motherboard had a bunch of 3-pin connectors, 3-pin 5 volt connectors, you wouldn't be able to put it in. You would, basically vice versa, put this in here. Then this connector over here, you might be asking, Kosher, what is this that's basically labeled GDV? Now this you would only use if you have a gigabyte motherboard. Case in point is as it says here in the manual too. The instruction is very, very simple. If you use it, you will understand it. Also very simple. Now, once you're going to plug those in, right now, this is only if you have a gigabyte motherboard. You will plug it in right here where it says GDV, right next to the 5 volt 3-pin connector. You would plug that in. If you have everything besides, you don't have to use that. Just plug this in. Then where this 3-pin connector over here, or what is it, 2-pin? This 2-pin connector, excusez-moi, this 2-pin connector, you're going to want to plug it in to where it usually says Aura on every motherboard. You're going to see right over here, it says Aura, right? You're going to want to plug this in over here. So basically what this does is once you're going to plug it in, it's going to basically communicate. The hub is going to communicate with the hub for the controller to basically say, hey, I want to use the software, to the ARGB software with, Aura Sync, Mystic Light, Gigabyte Fusion. You're going to want to plug it into any of your hubs that usually it says Aura. So once you plug those two things in, you're basically good to go. That's that. Then there's 2 more steps. Obviously, you're going to need to power it up. So you're going to use SATA, right? So in this case, my hub requires SATA. A lot of times your hub requires Molex, which is right over here, right? Other times it requires SATA. So in this case, the controller, the converter box requires SATA, as well as the hub for the fans requires SATA too. Now the power as well is very simple. This 4-pin connector over here that connects into the hub. Then what you're going to want to do essentially is you're going to want to plug in the other side, right? The other side into your 12 volt connector into your motherboard. I'm going to show you guys that right now. All right, before I'm going to show it to you, I just connected everything quickly just to give you guys an idea. So this is connected. Right now, if I had a gigabyte motherboard, I would connect this right next to it, but I don't, so I don't have to. Then the wire over here goes to the Aura synchronization, and that's basically it. This 6-pin connector, right? The 6-pin connector is for power, right? So this is to power the hub. You connect this, you get juice, and then like I said, you connect it to SATA, and you're going to connect it to your ARGB header on your motherboard. I'm going to show you guys that right now. All right, so this is the 4-pin 12 volt cord which I was talking about. Now this is your ARGB header. So what you're going to want to plug this in is you're going to want to plug this ARGB header into your ARGB header on your motherboard. So in this case, on this motherboard, it's going to be the white one all the way down there. Now I know it's very, very hard to see, guys, but there's plenty of videos. I've shown it to how it looks. But yeah, you plug that in. You plug this in, and that's basically it. You convert it, and then it's going to work. I'm going to show you guys right now exactly what you could do with this converter box. It is pretty fun. Let's go. All right, guys, so I have the Aura software enabled. As you can see, this is the Aura software. I have the fans already synchronized. I just quickly went with a pinkish color. Now, so let's look at the static color. So right now I got a static color, so what are we at? Pink, right? Let's switch it to green. Voila. So the fans are green, the crosshair 6 logo is green. So everything in the motherboard, is there anything? Yep, the Asus logo there in the bottom is green. So everything is synchronized with the green. These actually custom sleeve cables look pretty dope too. Let's switch it to, let's go to blue. So you get the point, blue. Let's switch it to, let's go to breathing effects. So right now I switched to breathing effects, and you're going to see right now breathing effects. So everything in the motherboard, including the fans, are breathing. Let's check out the Asus logo there in the bottom too. So same thing, breathing. So right now, breathing effect. So you guys basically get the gist. I don't want to make this video too long, but yes, everyone is asking me a million times, does this converter box works? Yes, the converter box works. As you can see, I'm using the Aura software. I converted the signal, and yes, it works. You could, you know, play with the software, pick whatever the hell you want, you know, to make you guys absolutely happy. But yeah, if you do have a custom setup, if you do, you know, if you want to combine everything, personally, I'm not a fan of any of these softwares. I like the softwares that come already pre-installed with these Chinese fans. But hey, if you guys like this, you know, it is here and it's available to. As you can see, all my fans here are synchronized. So yeah, this does work. I'm going to show it to you guys one more time. Let's wrap this up. I'm going to show you guys, let's go to a conclusion pretty quick. And I'm going to show you guys one more time on how to install them. It's going to be a little bit easier because I'm going to do an over the head shot. But yeah, in conclusion, well, quick conclusion, yes, this $15 hub does work. And I got to say, if you guys did have the same issue as I did with the whole, you know, 5-volt signal to a to a 3-volt signal, to a 4-pin, to a 3-pin, to a 5-pin connector, or to a 3-pin, to a 4-pin connector. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind here. But yes, this little thingy majig does solve the problem, guys. But anyways, let's go. All right, guys, so let's run through this one more time. I hope this is going to be a little easier for you. Okay, so we've went over this. This is the converter box. Now, this 6-pin connector is for the power as well as for the data. So we need to plug this 6-pin connector that comes with the box. So this plugs in. All right, so we can have 2 lines. It goes in, so we are good to go. So step 1 is complete, right? Then we have our 12-volt 4-pin ARGB connector right over here, as well as SATA. Now SATA is for power, guys. So on your power supply, you're gonna see a SATA wire, a SATA connector or header. You're just gonna plug it in, and a female connector, and you're gonna plug it into the male, and that's it. That's for power. So step 1 is basically done. We just need to plug these 2 things in. Now, so I'm using this, like I said, these fans, this hub has this layout, right? So we have Aura right over here, as I mentioned to you guys. So for this connector, we're gonna take this wire. Okay, so where is it? So this wire, this 2-pin, right? 2-pin wire, right? This 2-pin wire, we're gonna plug in to where it says Aura, okay? Usually for all of these Chinese fans, it's all named Aura. So you could basically follow this process through other Chinese fans. So we're gonna plug this in. All right, so step 2 is complete, right? So we plugged it in, we're good to go. Next, this 3-pin 5-volt connector, we're gonna plug in to, all right, where is it? Right here, where it says 5-volt VD. Okay, 5-volt VD, we're gonna plug this in. Okay, hopefully I got it right. 2, 2, and 1, 1. Okay, wait, why is it not going in? All right, come on. All right, now it's in. All right, so we are good to go. Now remember, when I said this extra GDV connector, right? This is if you have a gigabyte motherboard. If you have a gigabyte motherboard, all you have to do is just put it into the 3-pin right beside it, right? So we put this in, and voila, that's already, what is that, step 3? Step 3 is already complete. All right, so that's basically it. So we have the Aura connected to this hub for these fans. We are gonna power this one up where it says power right next to Aura, right? So we're plugging them in for power. Juice is good. And again, this requires SATA, right? And then that's it. And then all you gotta do is plug this in. Look, I know it's a lot of wires. You guys are like, I hope I'm not losing you guys. You're gonna want to plug in this right over here, this ARGB connector, right? This the 12-volt slash 4-pin, excuse me, 12-volt 4-pin connector, right over here. You're gonna want to plug this into your motherboard, as I showed you guys. Depends on which motherboard you have, but they're usually they stand out. They're white, and they usually say RGB or ARGB or VRGB, but you're gonna basically see it on your mobile. If you're not sure, you could always go on the motherboard manufacturer website to see how they look, but basically that's it. You plug it in, you download your Asus Aura software, your MSI Mystic Lite, your Gigabyte Fusion software. You're gonna install it and then you calibrate it. It's gonna be a quick calibration. You're gonna just click, is it lighting up green or is it lighting up blue? You're gonna follow those steps, and voila, all the colors are gonna be synchronized. You're gonna be calibrated, and that's it. It's a 2-second process, guys. I hope this helped you out. I hope this broke it down. Look, for 15 bucks, this bad boy over here does magic. I know I had a lot of requests about this video to make this video. I hope this helped you guys out. It's basically that simple. Listen, if you have any comments, leave them below. Questions, everything, leave them below. Also, if you need more help, or you guys want to hang out, join my Discord server. I'll have everything below. We have a pretty big community, and we help each other out. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave comments, likes, all that good stuff below. As always, guys, I'm KosherTech, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Deuces.